The rains came early that season, drumming on the roofs of Njili village. The river swelled and grew restless, its waves rising higher each night as if something below was stirring. Still, Nia returned to the baobab tree whenever the moon appeared between the clouds. Adama came too, always at night, always leaving before the first roosters crow. But Nia had begun to notice things she could no longer ignore. When he walked, his feet barely disturbed the damp soil. When she offered him water from her calabash, he held it but never drank. And on the night of the full moon, she saw a thin shimmer, like mist, at the edge of his cloak where it touched the ground. Her heart ached with questions, but her affection for him had grown too deep to drive him away. One moonlit night, the wind carried a strange song over the river, deep and hollow, like a voice calling from underwater. Adama's face grew grave. "They are calling me back," he murmured. "Who is calling you?" Nia asked. He hesitated, then spoke the truth. "I am bound to the river, Nia. Long ago, my village offered me to the river spirit in exchange for rain. The moon's light is the only gift that lets me walk the earth for a few hours each night. When the river calls, I must return, or the floods will come for your people." The revelation struck her like a cold wave. 100 unspoken things suddenly made sense: his nightbound journeys, his distant eyes, the way his shadow never felt quite right. Nia's eyes filled, but she stepped closer and said softly, "You've walked alone for so long. I would have you stay, but I cannot ask you to forsake your people." Adama brushed his fingers over the cloth on her loom, a piece of fabric she had been weaving in secret, dyed deep indigo with threads that shimmered silver in the moonlight. "What is this one for?" he asked. "For you," she whispered. "A promise that even when you return to the river's depths, you will not be forgotten. And that when the moon rises, wherever you are, you feel it near your heart." The river's song grew louder, and the current began to swirl as if in warning. Adama took the cloth and wrapped it around his arm. His eyes glistened, reflecting the moon. "If the spirits are merciful, when the river rests and the moon is full, I will return to this bank. If I cannot, remember me as the traveler who found warmth in a weaver's heart." He stepped back into the river as the water rose to meet him. The waves curled around his legs, then his waist, then his shoulders, until he sank beneath the silvered surface without a ripple. Nia stood watching as the indigo cloth shimmered briefly where he had vanished, then drifted slowly downstream, glowing like a thread of moonlight on water. From that night on, she wove at the riverbank every full moon, leaving a strip of cloth tied to the baobab tree, a silent sign of waiting and hope. The villagers said that on moonlit nights, when the river is calm, a lone figure can sometimes be seen on the far bank, a man wrapped in indigo, gazing at the weaver beneath the baobab tree. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment and share. Also follow for more interesting stories.